All the while I am escaping with E.T.
G'day, I'm E.T. and welcome to the show. Well, this week I'm over in New Zealand and we're fishing in the Century Beach and Boat Competition. And at the moment we're over near a group of islands called the Mokohinau. And it's an amazing setting right behind us here. Over a dozen small little islands behind us, and we're a long way offshore, a couple of hours out. And just about everyone's hooking up, so having an absolute ball out here on a perfect New Zealand day.
Coming up, we're in a kiwi kingfish frenzy.
Fantastic.
I go trolling for Tailor,
Oh, there's his jump to the side.
and there's Kawai from a kayak.
Seemed to be a big explosion of fish just pushing all the bait up.
Well, it's a beautiful morning here in New Zealand. I'm at the Century Batteries Beach and Boat Competition at Marsden Cove. All the trailer boats are putting in. There's thousands of entrants in this competition. It's one of the biggest tournaments in New Zealand, if not the biggest. And we're looking forward to getting out there. Today I'm out with all the Century Batteries team, and I can tell you, they're going to have an absolute ball. We're chasing Snapper. Fingers crossed we'll have a great day. With so many entrants fishing for $400,000 in prizes, it's an early start even for Century's corporate charter boat.
At the moment we've just come a bit wide. We're out on one of the reefs in about 40 odd metres, and everyone's got a mixture of rigs at the moment, dropping down jigs and baits.
Gonna do the damage, that one.
Fingers crossed we'll be able to hook up.
Pretty soon the first of the day's many pinkies come aboard. And it's not long before the Century Boat's decks are ringing with the laughter of happy fishermen and women.
Just gotta get one as well. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah. Too much. I know. Again.
And it's not all snapper, as this John Dory demonstrates so beautifully.
How good's that look? Well done.
Beautiful, awesome.
But we're soon back to the main action, snapper.
It's all right, Bruce.
Yeah, it's, the only problem it might be is they may have hooked where.
The net came down. The net was coming down and all.
I think this one gets the part of the girls now, so it's say that quietly while they're not wrong.
Oh, this looks all right.
Bases are full of strength.
Yeah, this looks good. This could be the fish of the day.
Don't you dare warn. No. No. He's still there.
So you want to pull up like that slowly, just slowly, and then wind on the way down. Yeah, pull it down and then octopus.
Oh, you got an octopus as well. That's the trouble. An octopi. You're going to have to collect all those.
Well, everyone's having a ball at the back. I'm just up the front here, all by my lonesome. And just picked up a nice little red. He's not a monster at all, not big at all, but there's plenty of these guys down there. And it just shows how healthy the system is out here. Gorgeous. Now, if we can catch one about 5 times bigger than this, we'll be pretty happy, and you'll hear a lot of cheering from this this group of Century Battery. They're dealers and they're guys who work in all the administration, all the hard workers at Century, and they're up here for obviously their own tournament, the Century Battery. Really good atmosphere, amazing weather, and they love their fishing here in New Zealand.
Yeah, well done, Woody. Yeah.
And I love coming over here for sure. All right, there, buddy.
Can't stop it. Rushing away, man. There's just no
Yeah, it's got some red on it. Nice,
Good warm up, bro.
It's warm up. Thank you.
All the boats are coming in now at the end of the day, and it's a beautiful way to finish. And I've just hooked up on a small snapper, on a bad little panny to finish the day. Let's have a look at him. And, just so many fish here. The guys down the back are still catching them hand over fist. Must be a big school of these little juvenile snapper. You know, this fish, even though it's only yay big, is probably, you know, be at least 5 years old. They're very slow growing fish. All right, it's going to have a bit of a swan dive entrance back into the water. See you, buddy. But our minds and lines will soon be right off snapper, as a huge school of baitfish promises to shift the excitement level up a gear or two. Great kiwi pelagic action coming up. With the Quintrex fueled up, I'm all revved up to get out for some fishing. Well, it's a beautiful day here on the Port Hacking River. I'm towing a little chrome lure I've just thrown out the back. And that's one of the Gillies chrome lures. This one here, blue water, F120. All right. I'm just going to tie her on with a loop knot, and we'll toss her out the back. There's a lot of bait on the sounder on the Garmin at the minute, and we're just going to work this edge up here. It's a fantastic looking lure. Bit of a toss out the back. Let the wind do the business. All right, I'm out on the beautiful 570 Quintrex cruisabout today. And as you can see, the rod on the left, this is the one with the blue water on it. You can see the rod tip, it's just vibrating away. That means the lure's working perfectly. I'm only travelling at about 3 knots. I'm just going to increase it up to about 5 knots just to really get a bit of speed. It allows us to work a greater distance, but the fish that we're chasing are incredibly fast. And there we go. And that's telltale sign of a strike. And we've got a fish on right here. And I'll just kick him out of gear, back into neutral. It feels probably like a Tailor. Oh, there's his jump. We might even do a couple more. Whoa. Oh, and he's got some mates with him as well, so I reckon we might have a bit of fun here. Over the side. That's not a bad Tailor. And there's the lure. Oh, he's got a couple of knocks on the top of the head. But there we go. For Tailor fishing, there's not much better. There he is flapping around. Now there we go. Nice Tailor, super sharp teeth in there. A real predator, these guys. It's time for a change of fishing tactics off Marsden Cove.
They're probably Trevelli.
Our Savoy charter boat is literally surrounded by a frenzy of activity in the water and on deck.
There we go. Look at that.
The drone from our show's action camera supplier Camzilla shows the big picture of this action in all its stunning glory. It's pretty amazing. Boats everywhere. We've anchored up now. The big girl right in the middle of this group of islands, and lots of fish showing on the bottom. So fingers crossed, there'll be a few people hooked up pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, come back. Come back. Take him line again. Still peeling it off.
Yeah, that's what we want. You got him, Pete.
Go, Pete.
Only a little rod here. Beautiful.
When you get a hit, yeah.
Where do you want me to go?
Just keep walking down to the back.
So I'm on a walkathon now.
Yeah.
I feel like an Australian on walkabout.
We're away. Grab him when you get him to the back. When you get him to the top, just keep him in the water. Right,
Good one up here, Paul. There's a beauty, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, just a small one.
The day's first kingfish
and it's the first of many. And first time or not, she's not the only angler on board who'll end the day with adrenaline-charged memories of their kingfish catches.
Down to the bottom. Come on.
ET's on too.
I can't.
Oh, totally.
There we go, got a bit of colour down there. Not a monstrous fish, but it's always good. Hook up to a nice solid little king. Toby up the front here, he's been on it for a while on a jig. Righto.
There you go. Better. Keep it. Bring the head towards me. That's a keeper. That's the first keeper.
Yeah, well done. Might do one more. 1, 2. Beautiful. Oh, everyone's hooked up here. It's fantastic. Oh.
What's going on, Bruce?
She's going full, mate.
Hey?
It's a big one.
Oh, beautiful. We're all using different jigs. And you know what you got when it starts ripping off the braid like that? A beautiful little Revolution 200 to 400 rod. It's a one of Ian Miller's designed rods for Shimano. It's a beautiful stick. And a lovely little 6000 Stella with 50-pound braid. I've got 80-pound trace on, so I've certainly got the right gear to land a decent king. This one, oh, he's probably wouldn't go 8 kilos, 6 kilo, maybe something like that. Have you? Beautiful. Just all that nice solid size. A few bigger ones, and they're a schooling fish, these kingfish, and they love to hang together. Oh, we're right on this little seamount, just comes straight up out of probably 90 up to 50. And we're just slowly drifting over the top, so it gives us a chance to catch maybe 2 or 3 each as we're heading over. Pete's over the back here, he's got a lighter rod. Have a look at him. Oh. We're out on Savoy Charters, and it's an absolutely grand catamaran. What a ripper, hey? We've got 10 people up the front here all having a fish, all catching kingfish, and there's guys down the back doing exactly the same. The perfect charter boat when you're over here in NZ. And look at this, there's a little barrier island just here in the far distance, Great Barrier Island. And this is the Mokohinau right there. Incredible. Not too many people generally get here, but there's a dozen boats fishing because the tournament's on at the moment. Yeah, just drop it down and just do nice slow winds. Oh, Bonnie! Anyway, back to the jigging.
Oh yeah, you're right, too.
Wow, look at that.
Big one.
Okay.
You.
Hey!
Bring, come, walk this way.
Oh, really? Hang on. Kingfish fever. It's all happening.
Look at that. That's a good
Oh.
size.
That's good.
Oh, jeez. Alarmed.
That's a good one.
That's a goodie.
Yeah.
Go.
Woohoo. Yep.
You've landed one.
Good work, Cat. Going well.
Yeah.
There she is. Is that,
Not too bad, eh?
is that your first king?
Yeah.
Well done.
My first time fishing.
Very
And I
good.
caught one. I'm pretty clever.
You are. Now you got to drag him down the back. That'll be the trick.
Now,
Well
what happens
done.
here? Do I have to take it out of the holster thing? Oh my gosh. Not bad, eh?
What are you sweating for?
What? Pardon?
What are you sweating for?
I'm shaking.
You've got to wear quality glasses out here as well. And I've got a pair of these fancy Torquay Tonic sunglasses at the moment. And it is super glary out here. I don't know how people did it in the past, how they could actually go out on the water and not have sunnies on. These days, everyone's wearing sunnies, and polarised sunglasses are the best. And these ones here, beautiful glass lens, whole pile of different layers all matched together so that it gives you the best vision possible. On another perfect New Zealand morning, I'm heading off for a different kind of kiwi adventure aboard a Hobie Mirage Tandem Island kayak. Well, we're about 3/4 along the Whangaparoa Peninsula, just north of Auckland, and we're chasing snapper. I'm on here with Eric. Behind us, we've got James in the distance. He's on an Adventure 16. It's a super fast kayak, one of the great Hobie range as well. And we've been able to pick these up from the watershed over here in New Zealand. It houses all the Hobies, and so anybody who's in Kiwi land and wants to get on board one of these guys, well, check out the watershed. But this morning, the aim is to catch some snapper. There's maybe some kingfish across these flats as well. So, a beaut morning in store. But while Eric and I sail after the fish, James catches not a snapper, but a kawai.
I was actually bringing it up off the bottom.
Oh, really?
Jigging for snapper on the bottom.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. There seemed to be a big explosion of fish just pushing all the bait up, but they move on as quick as they come. Well, the great thing about the Tandem Island is the big sail. And if you want to travel some distance, which we're doing at the moment, the sail goes up and it's hands-free. Fantastic. To get great shots like this of your own action adventures, follow our lead to the guys at Camzilla for cameras, drones and friendly expert advice. Well, over he comes. He's only a little black. We're hoping for something maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times bigger. See you, buddy. Away he goes. Righto.